Okay, so let's get to the Ultra Street Fighter 4 beta change list. It was revealed, a week and a half ago at this point.
Yeah.
The end of January. And it's on Shoryuken. In fact, I'll post this in the chat 30 seconds ahead of whenever anybody gets to actually hear what I'm saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
So scroll back up to 30 seconds ago and find it. We already went through a bunch of the cast. We went from Abel, alphabetically speaking, Abel to El Fuerte. And that's already up on our YouTube channel. If you want to see the replay, youtube.com/UltraChenTV. Those episodes are already up there. We talked also about the game system changes and kind of like the game-wide changes, like -5 DPF ADC, that kind of stuff. So we're just going to stick to Evil Ryu until, I guess, whenever we stop.
Yep.
All right.
Let's see what happens. I mean, let's try to, even though we have more time, let's still try to barrel through these guys.
Let's definitely try to do that.
Okay.
Let's talk about Evil Ryu. So he gets more life. He gets more block stun on crouching medium kick. It was already had a lot of stun already. His sweep starts up 1 frame faster, so it's 6 frames. His target combo starts off of middle punch, far standing strong rather than just close strong. His toward medium kick now hits all crouching opponents, and his his hurricane is a little bit more distance, floats the opponent lower on hit. And he's also one of the characters that gets DP FADC toward -5. By the way, Combo Fiend said something about it being -12 on backdash.
Oh, really? They're going to try
to make
it
post.
consistent? Yeah.
So
I mean, it's really interesting
it's
because
the block stun.
Some people have been mentioning to me, I think it might have been Welgars on YouTube, so he responded a lot to our last episode. And one of the things that I believe it was him who mentioned was that uppercut towards FADC, there's 3 frames added in there automatically already, right? So maybe there is some weird system on a forward dash that, because we kept joking that it was like some magic formula or whatever like that, right? Maybe there's already something in place that they can just up the forward dash, a few more frames and not affect back dash proportionally by changing and not changing uppercut block stun or anything like that.
Well, DP FADC back is going to be -12, so it seems like they're changing block stun.
Yeah, because I mean Ryu, for example, is already -10.
Right.
Right. So so I'm not sure. Maybe they're just changing it to do 2 extra frames. But in any case...
let's talk about Evil. So he already won a pretty big tournament, if you recall. That was Sako winning Capcom Cup, which was pretty big. There were a lot of good players there, and you had to qualify, and it was this whole thing. And he won it with Evil Ryu. So Evil is already a good character.
Yeah. I mean, we could talk about Oni in the same breath right now. I mean, both of those characters came out in AE. They were not used at all, which is very weird because most of the time new characters come out, they get played a lot, right? You're like, I expect when Ultra drops, like, we're just going to see nothing but Rolentos and Poisons everywhere.
I know,
right?
Yeah.
But I think it was just because it was an Evil Ryu and an Oni, so they didn't feel... they looked like they were bad at first and stuff.
But, the same thing happened with Hakan and Juri. Nobody plays those characters.
Yeah, this is true,
So I don't know what happened with Street Fighter 4 and the new characters, but...
That's a good call. I mean,
for some reason, nobody plays them.
It's hard to change, when you've spent all your time for 4 years perfecting your Bison, and then let me jump to a brand new character.
But he's a good character, and one of his liabilities is that he has kind of low life, so that's going to get switched. He's getting 50 more life, so he has 950. His sweep is getting a little faster. It's going to be a Kuma level sweep, which is really good.
Yeah, that's really scary. So
yeah, definitely. So he's getting better in mid-range. He has safer crouching medium kick. He's getting the same DP nerf that almost everybody's getting, so there's that, but he seems like he's going to be better, and, maybe not hugely better. It doesn't look like he's going to be hugely better, but better.
And he's already good.
And he's already good.
Yeah. So,
okay.
I mean, like, he's going from really strong to a little bit stronger, so hopefully... Oh, yeah, by the way, the wiki was updated, so
looks different.
Yeah, so it got a little screwed up there. I'll be tweaking some stuff as time goes on.
No problem.
But, yes, so, I guess we can move on to Fei Long, then.
Sure, I just want to see whether Evil Ryu has anything that's +6 to combo into sleep, and it looks like he does not. So, counter hit only combos. Fei, yeah, that's right. So, crouching short starts up 1 frame slower to 4 frames, and you can no longer rapid fire it. His crouching strong, it does 10 more damage. Light Rekka, the distance it travels is a little bit reduced. It seems like it's not terribly nerfed like it originally seemed like it was going to be, so just a little bit worse. hit advantage on second hit reduced on the other regular Rekkas, which means that you...
second Rekka, basically.
Yeah, the second Rekka. So that's cool.
Yeah.
His command grab does 1 point of damage.
Oh, right. So
and that means that it scales in combos. It scales combos.
Right. Yeah.
Like Gouken's back grab does, for example. Also starts up faster, so you can't just do like stand jab, cancel into it. The X version.
The Ultra's gonna hit. The juggle is gonna hit a lot better now.
Right.
And then of course the I guess those are the flame kicks, right? So the
DP FADC.
So
okay, he gets a little bit worse. I guess in most ways, he has a little bit worse range on the safer jab Rekka. His crouching short is 1 frame slower. He can't do second and third Rekkas randomly quite as easily. You know, those are changes that are going to make him a little bit worse, but probably not terribly. You know, he's probably not going to get much worse.
I think that people are not paying enough attention to the third hit of the Ultra juggling now.
Yeah.
Because that does a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So now uppercut, FADC, the chicken wing into Ultra is going to be a really significant chunk of damage now. And there was a lot of times you'd always see Fei Long's uppercut, flame kick, FADC, and into Ultra, and it was always 1, 2, whiff, and the guy would have this tiny little of energy left. That's never going to happen anymore.
Right.
They're all going to die.
Right.
So I actually think it's going to be because that last hit did a lot of damage.
So he does some more damage in some situations, but he's a little worse in some other ways, but not much.
But I guess they are nerfing the uppercut FADC, so it's probably not going to be as good as...
Well, you're going to get more reward for your risk.
Yeah.
Right? So
that's
fine.
Okay.
I wouldn't be too worried about Fei. People have been worried about him, but this seems like, as far as nerfs go, pretty light.
Yeah.
I would say.
So Gen has just this
Lots
waterfall of
things.
changes.
Yeah.
So apparently he had 1 more frame of invincibility when he got up, right? So his stun went from 900 to 950, so he doesn't get stunned as easily. Capcom trying to cover up some of their original ageism, you know, like old man must obviously fall dizzy faster. So, and I guess the focus attack. I mean, it was
his range is going to get a little worse.
It was Ryu Apprentice who actually pointed out to us that Gen has the longest range focus attack out of every character.
It extends past his hand.
Yeah. So I guess they're going to make it look normal now.
Right.
A little more normal. So.
And then just a ton of stuff. Let's see, like stand strong, stun distribution, stun damage distribution has changed.
Stand fierce. It's stand fierce.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, stand fierce. The regular hands, hitbox, it hits a little bit further out, but the frame advantage on hit is reduced. It's already punishable by some things, actually. So it'll be a little bit more punishable, so not quite as easily used, I guess, in footsies.
But having better range extended out will probably mean you'll hit... You know how sometimes when you hit with the edge of it where it becomes punishable?
Okay,
Maybe now it'll hit one more time and be better in that situation. Possible. So, not only that, but they also said the push block is less on hit and on guard.
The push back.
Yeah, the push back. So not only does it hit further out, but it pushes them back less, which really makes it so those situations will happen a lot less, in my opinion. So that's actually really good for him.
Okay.
That's really good for him.
All right. So they changed up how waterfall kicks work.
Yeah.
Pretty much have switched the EX and the roundhouse version. Now EX is the one that causes hard knockdown. Heavy's one does not. And the timing has been switched, which seems weird to me because on the EX you can just mash it. Kick. Whereas roundhouse is this very specific timing. And now I guess it's going to be that roundhouse is going to be mashable, and EX you're going to have to go dun 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 dun. You know,
you know what? They should just make them all
Seems
timing.
Weird.
Just forget the mashable, because the thing is about it is roundhouse is still going to be the best one in combos. And now that combo is going to be free, right? You're going to get 8 for free every single time when you do the hand, FADC, fierce forward, roundhouse, uppercut, right? So, I mean, if anything, the short one should be the one that requires no timing. You know, that would make the most sense. So.
But it's good that he has to spend meter to get the hard knockdown now.
Yeah.
So that was the trade-off, and I think that's cool.
And I think they wanted to make it harder to reward. I mean, basically... The payoff, which is the hard knockdown, only comes on the last hit, so they wanted to force you to have timing on it. So, yeah.
So let's see. His punch version, the kick ultra, does more stun when it connects with the full ultra bar, 600 stun. which is a
Wait,
lot.
you mean Ultra 2, right? Ultra 2.
Yeah.
Punch mode.
Yeah,
punch mode.
Hands Ultra 2. Exactly right. Yeah. Hands
uh,
Ultra 2.
It
Punch Ultra 2.
hits further out, has a better hitbox, and it does 600 stun now. So interesting, he's going to stun you a lot and drain all that white damage. But that's going to be weird, because if he actually stuns you, then, dude...
You'll get to take off the white damage.
Yeah, for free. Yeah.
That's really good.
Really easy. So
that seems really good.
Yeah.
But it's a way to make that a relevant Ultra, because his Ultra 1 on punch mode is so useful.
Yeah, and his Ultra
2 is not great.
It was pointless.
Yeah.
Like, you would never use it. There was never a reason to use it.
On the kick versions, the kick stance, crane style, let's see, there's more advantage on crouching jab.
5 frames. Does he have a 4 frame or a 5 frame normal move in kick mode?
In kick? Let's see.
I'm curious now, because that might be... He might have gained some new links that he didn't have before.
Stand roundhouse is 5 frames. So I guess that you can combo into that.
Yeah.
Sweep is 5 frames? What?
No, crouch roundhouse, remember, is the one that goes straight up.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. So
crouch roundhouse. Crouching short. Okay, he can combo into various things.
stand roundhouse will be interesting. That's a 2-hit kick, so if you're right next to someone, you might be able to go low jab into stand roundhouse.
Isn't that the one that's horribly unsafe? Or no, they're changing that, right? Crouching roundhouse is the recovery is being reduced by 5 frames. So
well, standing roundhouse, you could combo into low jab standing roundhouse, which is the double kicks. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, you can get some more combos. I guess they're trying to make kickstands more relevant.
Yeah, for sure. So,
guard disadvantage after blocking the Jiasen, which is the roll, right?
Yeah.
Is now even.
So that's really good, because that roll was so hard to use.
And
kick mode really was not very good.
Yeah, it was for tricks. It was for occasional tricks. Oga, the hitbox on his foot has been reduced, so trick, I guess, is gone. So they're trying to make... crouching roundhouse, the anti-air, a little bit better. Give him some more combos in that stance.
Right.
Making roll a little bit better. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Seems like interesting changes. Yeah, go on.
Gouken.
I don't know if he's going to be worse or better, just a little bit different.
Yeah. I think they're trying to get rid... One thing that's going to hurt him, obviously, is the delayed wake-up, because he's a very vortex
That's true. No more of that.
Yeah. Okay, so Gouken, his fire standing light kick, is now cancelable by special, super focus, whatever. Super and focus have always been the same thing. And
I don't know why they bother saying that.
So that'll be interesting. So I guess he can probably do stand short into Skullgirls, from a little further away.
I would think so.
Not even gonna be close to being a true block string, obviously.
Right.
But it'll be just good for poking and pushing people away. Crouch light punch is faster. It's a 3-frame light now, so he gets a 3-frame crouch jab. Crouching medium punch causes a little more hit stun, so low strong into Shoryuken is going to actually combo.
Yeah.
And it's not a true block string. I tested it at the beta, right? So you can still beat him up with
it doesn't combo from very far away.
Right. So at the point blank range, even at point blank range, low strong into Shoryuken is still gonna be. You can still go right through it with an ultra or whatever like that. So
Gotcha.
Not too broken. So
okay.
Kongoshin, which is the counters. You can't do the forward back codes. Thank you.
Yeah. Hyaki Gosai, which one's that?
That's one of the demon flip things, but the stun was decreased from 200 to 160. I guess the light palm strike is actually going to travel a little further forward, because right now it doesn't travel at all.
Right.
So, and then this is the scary one. This is the one that's going to make me scared of Gouken.
Okay.
Is the EX Hurricane. Now starts up faster. It's a 5-frame move now.
Yeah.
It hits everybody when they're crouching.
Yeah.
That sounds really scary to me.
Why is that so... it's good. It's very good, but why is that scary? Most people's reversals already do that.
Because Gouken was one of the only characters who could not consistently do EX Hurricane FADC into Ultra. Into the Shin Shoryuken thing.
Okay.
But it's going to be a lot more consistent now.
Okay.
So if you low strong someone and they're crouching and it hits further out, you're going to spin kick, hit him with the tip of your foot, FADC Ultra. So he's going to have really good FADC Ultra combos again.
Well, I'm interested to see how low it hits. Like, can I still do my Hakan safe slides against him, or will he hit the ground?
That's a good question. Yeah,
I'd like to know.
Will it miss on crouching Blanca or Chun-Li or something
Right,
like that?
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's all interesting information. But he seems like he's going to get considerably better. He's going to have more combos, more cancelability, so his footsies are going to be a little bit better. Well, actually, probably quite a bit better. And his major liability already, which is the wake-up game, is getting better.
Yeah.
So definitely a better character.
Okay.
Guile. Which is nice.
Guile.
Oh, so many things. Let's see. Hurtbox sizes have been readjusted when Guile's getting up. So he's not going to be, presumably what that means is that he's not going to be quite as susceptible to unblockables and the like as he gets up. He's very susceptible now.
Right.
Air throw, the range has been increased. Crouching jab, advantage on hit is 5 frames. Oh, I forgot to talk about the fact that now Gouken has crouching jab that links into itself and he gets combos from it.
Okay.
That's
gotcha,
good.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Guile has good stuff now with that. So 5 frame plus 5 crouching jab definitely gives him more combo opportunities.
Yeah, makes slow jab into low strong way easier.
Easier for sure. Yeah. Crouching medium kick, hitbox and hurtboxes have been extended. So it's just like it sounds like it's the same move but just farther range.
Right.
Reverse spins kick, toward roundhouse.
I heard it's gonna hit like Blanca while he's crouching and stuff like that. So
okay, so definitely more range or more vertical range. I like that change because I hope that it makes Guile more able to play offense. I feel like that was the point of that in the first place, and hopefully now he can do that. Actually, play some counter hit games with it. Flash kicks invincibility increased 1 frame for all versions. That's cool. Sonic Hurricane damage is increased from 300 to 330. And then Ultra 1, a lot of changes. Starts up faster. 5 frames, which is, if you notice, the same startup as Crouching Jab has plus frames. Although, when Guile tried to do Crouching Jab into Ultra 1, when it was at Super Arcade, he couldn't get it to work. Even though it should work based on math, but it didn't for whatever reason. But we'll see how that ends up ultimately. It does less damage from 510 to 450, still pretty significant. It tracks which side the opponent is on startup.
So if you guys didn't see it in the beta, I mean, it's different than it sounds. Like, it freezes, does the whole thing where he's crouching.
Yeah.
And then if the opponent's behind him, he turns around and somersault kicks.
It's weird looking.
Yeah. And not only that, but they also made it so that it's easier for it to connect on airborne opponents. So now Ultra 1 has just basically become like the best just raw anti-air.
Yeah, I mean, its invincibility has been reduced from 10 frames to 6 frames, but by the way, it starts up faster, so it's still invincible during its whole startup frame.
Yeah, exactly. So
I don't know, man. I think that sounds really, really good.
My opinion, I don't think anyone will beat Daiminian ever again.
Yeah? He's going to be a big problem, huh? Big problem.
I'm honestly scared of Guile. I can tell you one thing right now, right? So Guile is not going to be, I mean, he's not going to be as good as I'm saying he is, right? He's going to be really good. He's going to be really good. But I will tell you this right now is that Guile versus M. Bison is going to turn into a 9-1 matchup.
Actually, Combo Fiend spoke specifically about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he said that due to Bison's changes, it's going to be more even.
Really? Bison changes are going to be enough of an effect,
the EX scissors, he said, will make it
that's
different.
Right.
Will make it different.
Right.
So,
he changed the EX ones. Right.
So I think, I mean, obviously Daiminian's going to be better with him, but I think Knuckle Dude's going to be better with him because Knuckle Dude was a more offensive player, and that toward roundhouse actually working, the combos actually working. I mean, Ultra 1, everybody can use that.
Right. Because that's the thing is,
really
every time I watch
offense and defense.
Every time I watch Daiminian play, he always loses up as soon as someone knocks him down.
Well, yeah, that's the problem.
And it's not going to be a problem anymore.
I know.
Because the unblockable is not going to be a problem, and he could turn around during his ultra, and it might juggle the whole thing. So he'll be able to anti-air people on wake up, no matter what side you're on, do this crap ton of damage because it's going to connect better. Okay, it does less damage, but that's still like 400 more damage than Daiminian ever got before.
Right.
At all. So
it's really good. He's going to be a really good character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's move on to Guy then.
Yeah.
So his movement is a little bit faster. He walks a little bit faster. Far stand short. Hitbox is increased around the foot to increase anti-air capabilities.
Right.
Far stand short, really?
Yeah. The one that kind of diagonally.
No, yeah, I know. I just thought it was only far roundhouse. Oh, same thing for far
roundhouse.
Yeah,
same thing. Yeah.
And far roundhouse is also active a little bit longer.
Of course, crouching medium punch was reduced in hitbox, so it can't anti-air as well.
that's cool with me.
Yeah, no, it was kind of silly how it was before.
It was kind of silly. Yeah. I mean, I thought. Let's see. Elbow drop, hitbox extended downward to hit crouching opponents more consistently. I asked Marcus how that was working for him in the Super Arcade version, in which he had already had that change, and he said he really didn't notice it that much. Okay,
yeah, I'm curious. I'm pretty sure Ryu is still going to be able to low forward under it. So yeah.
Ninja sickle.
Is that down towards roundhouse? I think it is.
I don't know. It starts up 2 frames faster.
His target combo, the hitbox on the second hit, has been increased.
Yeah,
so it hits it more. So it hits more consistently.
That's good.
The heavy shoulder starts up a little faster, which is fine.
By 2 frames.
It was really slow before.
Who cares? Yeah.
Sudden stop, which is the run, now recovers 1 frame faster.
Right. That's actually a pretty significant change.
Yeah. Especially if the chain combo hits further out. If it hits further out, strong, fierce, short run is going to become a lot more powerful. Right. So, the neck flip, the hitbox is increased to hit smaller crouch characters more consistently. I think that's what Bushin flip into elbow. I'm pretty sure is the neck flip or
neck flip after run. Oh, it's the overhead.
The overhead. Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah. It's already unsafe, so make it hit more consistently at least.
Yeah. So the EX1 causes knockdown when the opponent is hit out of the air. So if you do an EX run and then do the net and then do the overhead and you hit someone out of the air, you can probably get juggles a little bit easier. So I thought it did that no matter what already. So. Well, okay.
EX Hurricane Kick, I guess. Hitbox has been extended to hit smaller characters more consistently. Again, will this blow up my Hakan safe slide setups? Like, will it hit the ground? That's what I want to know. I don't know. Maybe it just hits crouching Chun-Li.
And then the Ultra that runs forward, I think that's Ultra 1, right? That one, second hit will hit a little bit further out because I guess there were some situations where the first hit would connect and the rest would miss. So that's Guy. And
okay.
I think Guy, I mean, according to Marcus, Guy is devastated and destroyed.
I know, because the crouching strong.
He's a little strong, right? But then I heard Kim say that at that location test that he felt like Guy was one of the strongest characters there. So
I think it's fine because he's given 2 other anti-airs, and it's not even like it's just the slower stand roundhouse. Stand short also is going to be a better anti-air, which is pretty fast. So I feel like that shouldn't be that much of an issue. He's faster. I mean, so I don't know why he has good anti-airs at all, but he's going to be better in offense, right? And so his pressure's better, his walk speed is better.
Better run
stop is better.
Yeah.
The Ultra hits more consistently. Like his wake up is better. EX Hurricane Kick is better. He sounds like he's pretty improved, I would say.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I think he's a better character.
It sounds like it to me.
Yep. All right, so Hakan.
Let's get on to Hakan. So
Hakan.
Standing fierce, the hitbox above his head has more anti-air capabilities. It was already pretty good at that, but it's getting better. Crouching short recovers 1 frame faster. This means that now crouching short links into itself and also links into stand jab. And from stand jab, he can link more into the slide. So a crouching short, if you have good execution, should mean a hard knockdown slide. Every time, which is really good. Because, it even works so when he's oiled, he can chain crouching shorts.
Right.
It's still less recovery. So he can do the focus parry, crouching short, which is a really fast move, and then turn that into a slide knockdown, which he wasn't able to do before. So he has real low hit confirms. Crouching medium punch.
Which is going to be big because then he could go right into oil off of that.
Oh, yeah. Right? It gives him more opportunities to turn into oil. So if you were going to jump away from Hakan as you're getting up, if you think he's going to do a command grab, his options are basically like random DDT. He could do stand jab, but you could like block and then hold up. You know what I mean? Which would beat that. He could do like random Ultra 2. Like he doesn't have very good options to prevent people from jumping away. Is the point? Right. But now he has a real low hit confirm. That's totally different.
Right.
It's really good. I mean, it's so good for a grappler to have that. Crouching strong is now cancelable into whatever, whether he's dry or oiled. That's a good button. It has a different hitbox than crouching medium kick, and it's faster and safer than crouching medium kick.
I gotta imagine it's also a really good option select, right? Because it has decent priority. You could probably just throw it out, cancel on the slide, throw it out, cancel on the slide.
You can buffer it for sure.
As soon as someone walks into it, pow.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, his footsies are getting better. Jumping medium kick, it's going to cross up more consistently. Jumping roundhouse crosses up on some characters now, but it's very particular setups. In the Super Arcade build, I was able to do really easy setups into ambiguous jumping medium kick. So if it's still like that, it's really good cross up. Toward medium punch is a little safer.
Right. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Now the question is, does that ruin his DDT setups? Right. So
yeah,
he
I
had
don't
a
know.
few DDT setups based off of that.
It doesn't say whether he's getting less block and hit stun or whether there's less recovery.
Right. Exactly.
I would assume less recovery, but you never know. It would be too bad if it blew up his DDT setups. Air throw does 10 more damage from 140 to 150. The spinning pile drivers, the regular unoiled versions, are going to be 0.97 to 1.05 range. That is to say, a normal throw range to a little bit more than a normal throw range. EX is going from normal throw range to 1.2, which is like just under Zangief's fierce pile driver range, if you can imagine that. So it's still not that great, but it's more serviceable. It sucked for him as he was getting up when he was dry, because you could stand in some characters normal throw ranges still. And he would not be in range for any command grabs.
Dude, and EX SPD was just like, it was so bad. Like, it was comically bad. Like, you just use it and you're sitting literally right next to them, and then all of a sudden it's just like, and I think it's a fair change.
So this character is getting buffed too much. He is. His anti-airs are already solid, but you just have to know which button to press. Stand Fierce is going to be more consistent. Okay.
Low strong, the confirm.
The footsies are going to be better. He's going to have the crouching short mix-ups now into actual knockdown. And you know, his major problem is that he sucks when he's dry and the opponent knocks him down. Right? I mean, he's screwed for the most part. But now he has EX SPD to get him out of more situations than he would before. And it's still not awesome. 1.2 range is not awesome. But it's better than it was before. So every aspect of his game is getting buffed. Yeah,
I mean, if I saw Hakan get buffed unoiled, I would have liked to have seen a couple of nerfs in oil.
Yeah.
But now the key is getting oiled when you're unoiled. And they really buffed up a lot of that. So like you said, the hit confirms in the slide leads to oil. EX SPD leads to oil.
Right.
It's going to be so much easier for him to maintain oil. And since now even his oiled mode is stronger with like cancelable, low, strong, and stuff like that. So now you could do focus, hit, dash forward, low, strong into slide or something like that, right? So you're just going to be able to do way more damage and
it's not just the EX SPD that's getting better as he's dry. All of his other things apply when he's dry. So he's just going to be, he's not going to suck as much when he's dry. It's not going to be as much of a liability. And I think he's the best in the game when he's oiled. Some people think he's like top 5. Everybody thinks he's at least top 5, as far as I know. But they think that he just sucks too much when he's dry to be competitive.
Yeah.
But now that's going to be less of an issue.
Right. If you can get yourself oiled more often, he's going to be oiled all the time.
Right.
And
when he's dry, he's not as much of a liability anyway.
So, yeah.
I think that's too much, but I guess we'll see. I've tried to tell Combo Fiend that, but he doesn't believe me.
Yep.
So we'll see.
So Ibuki.
So
I guess there was some El Fuerte bug that made it so that in her not being able to block his overhead, I guess there was a specific unblockable with Fuerte versus Ibuki.
I guess so.
Yeah, only the Ibuki players would know this.
Yeah,
So,
it's very specific.
Crouching light punch has now been changed to a 3-frame move, so that's really good for her. Again, having a 3-frame move, if you guys are unaware, is pretty much like the standard. Like that's the fastest you're gonna get. So it's nice having that.
Sure.
Especially off of a hit confirmable low jab. Target combo 4. Hitbox extended downward on second hit to hit crouching opponents more. Which one's 4? Target combo 4.
Target combo 4.
Scroll up to the top.
To the top?
Yeah, it'll be all at the top. So
target combo 4 is near opponent, jab, strong, fierce.
Jab, strong, fierce. Okay.
Is that the one where she goes like this and ends up like that?
With the diagonal.
That diagonal
punch.
one. Okay.
Yeah. So okay. Hammer kick. The hitbox extended downward. I think that's her overhead, right? The hammer kick.
Yeah. Toward medium kick.
And the advantage on block has been reduced, so it's not as good anymore on block.
It's minus. It's it's +2 on blocks. Okay, it's still plus.
So backhand punch, which was the Fierce, I believe.
Sounds
Second
right.
hit can now be canceled with specials, high jump, focus attack. Also, so it's actually kind of neat. You might be able to do stand fierce into super, high jump and try to get some extra pressure, kind of shenanigans. Tsujigoi recovery removed, and I do believe that is her flip over your head move. Tsujigoi. Right? That's the
Dragon Punch plus punch.
Yeah, that's the flip over. That's the flip over your head. So light, medium, heavy, Tsumuji. Hitbox extended downward to hit crouching opponents better. I believe that's her spin kick.
I think that's true. Let's see.
Medium Tsumuji recovery increased. That's really interesting. Are they? Was the medium one that you did the loop with, or was it the short one that you did the loop?
No idea.
Yeah, not sure. Okay.
No idea.
So the EX uppercut invincibility increased, and the hitbox increased to hit airborne character more consistently.
Okay, so she has some more combos. Obviously, just to start out with, major nerf to her is the... Oh, back with more. That was fast. No dissolve this time.
Click the wrong button.
Hey, you know what? If there's going to be a technical problem, at least it was that.
Yeah, I know, right?
You can hear us, right? Just
yeah,
let us.
Okay.
Anyway, let's keep going on with Ultra Street Fighter 4. We're now at Juri, character that I definitely know the least about in the whole game. I don't know. Sorry, nobody plays her, so and I don't. And unlike Hakan and Dan, other weird characters, I don't play her.
Right.
She's like the only weird one I don't play.
Well, I mean, she's not really that...
She's not that weird. She's just unusual. Right. Yeah.
And the problem with it, she's just not ugly enough for you, right? I mean, you like using the big, ugly guys, right? So,
Or robots.
Or
preferably, robots are at the top of the list.
Yeah. Let me guess. When you played Chrono Trigger, all you did was use Robo, huh?
When I played Chrono Trigger, I played it on God mode and didn't care about the characters at all. I just wanted to see what the story was because I only played it. I played it just a little bit when I was young and never beat it.
Right.
When I was older, I just wanted to beat the game because I don't care about the gameplay.
Enough.
Anyway, let's talk about Juri. Close standing jab. Hitbox increased to hit crouching opponents more consistently. Close standing strong feng shui version has been adjusted to match the non-feng shui engine version.
I guess they were different before.
Apparently so. Apparently also the same for close standing medium kick. Far standing medium punch, middle punch. Can cancel into special moves, so that's pretty big.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Far standing short, the startup is reduced. It's now 4 frames. That means it links into itself.
Oh.
I don't really know what she gets out of that because I just don't know anything about her, but
it probably makes it so she can do standing light kick into low forward now, I believe.
What's 4 frame startup here? I mean, what's plus 4?
Low forward.
Nah, it's pretty much just.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
Pretty much just far short. So again, I don't really know what she gets out of that, but that's nice, I guess. Far hard kick, the feng shui version is now the non-feng shui version. All right. Crouching medium kick starts up by 1 frame faster, 5 frames rather than 6, and the recovery is reduced. Was it unsafe before? Juri crouching medium kick. It was -5 on block actually before. Now it should be -4.
Interesting. Okay.
Did not realize.
Yep. And so her counter didn't used to take white damage. Now it does. So, and then light, medium, heavy Shikusen cannot be performed while jumping backwards. So now she has Kami-like dive kick. She can still do it while jumping straight up. She just can't do it while jumping backwards now. So, I guess no more running backwards, jumping in the corner and scaring people, I guess. I don't know. I mean, the weird thing about it is that it kind of, she was one of the only characters who could easily tiger knee her dive kick because... It was up back, and now that's not going to work anymore.
Interesting.
So, yeah. The dive kick now, basically, there was a lot of times where it would hit, and then the other ones would miss. So now they're adjusted so they'll hit a little bit better.
Yeah.
The EX one now has, it used to hit all 3 automatically, but now you actually have to hit the buttons.
Right.
Which is interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because what a lot of people don't realize what that means now is that if you do EX dive kick, follow up into Ultra, your Ultra is way more scaled than it used to be. Way more scaled than it used to be. It's hitting buttons. So now it's going to be the 4th move in a combo.
Oh,
so instead of doing, what was it? It used to do 80%.
Yeah.
Now it is actually
No,
yeah.
it
It used to
would've
do
done-
80%. Now it's gonna be 60.
It would have just done 100%, right? Because it would have been the second move in a combo.
But Ultra's always
Ultra's already
degrade
that's
twice. Remember?
Yeah.
So it used to be 80%. Now it's only gonna do 60%. So EX dive kick and Ultra severely nerfed, right? So,
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought about that.
Yeah. You can also choose which angle it dives.
That's cool.
And I think that might be one of the reasons why they made it do a little less damage, just because
that's
they
cool.
really kind of buffed it. You know?
Yeah. Better options, but less damage. That's cool.
Right. EX Fuhajin, which is the fireball, I'm
Right.
pretty sure,
Oh,
right?
yeah, it is.
So the medium kick plus H kick version can now hit crouching opponents.
Is that the medium one? Is that like the middle of the road? Well, you know, it's just the low one, middle of the road, then the high one.
I mean, it'd have to be.
I would think so.
Yeah, because it's 1, 2, and then the high one is short and roundhouse.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So the roundhouse version damage has been increased now
That's good.
for the EX. So and yeah, these are only EX fireballs. So EX
Oh,
fireball
yeah,
can hit
okay, fair
crouching
enough,
people. So nice thing is EX Shampuha is basically the pinwheel.
Yeah.
So now she used to run out of invincibility frames before it hit.
Right.
That is not the case anymore.
Correct.
So it is now truly truly a wake up attack.
It has
So-
just as many invincibility frames as it has startup frames.
which means the worst it can do is it can trade. Oh no! I'm sorry. The way that it's okay, never mind. So yeah, it'll
Fully invincible,
Yeah,
sorry.
fully invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And its disadvantage after guard is a little bit worse. It's now -15 rather than -14.
Which is scary because the last hit missed a lot of people when they were crouching. So
Yeah,
she
it was already pretty punishable
yeah.
unless it was... Well, but there was a distance thing, too, that some characters couldn't deal with it very well, but... I don't know, I guess we'll see what happens with that. Invincibility on Feng Shui Engine startup is reduced, now only 2 frames rather than 4.
I didn't even know she had invincibility.
I actually didn't either. I did not realize, yeah.
And the other Ultra now hits better. It has better hitbox everywhere, so it can connect a lot easier. Because you remember when you saw the EX dive, people would Ultra 2, and you'd just be like, woo!
It whiffed
miss
a
all
lot,
the
yeah.
time.
Okay, so now that EX dive, she has more options out of it.
Mm-hmm.
The combo into Ultra is going to be easier, but
Right.
considerably less damage.
Right. So I think that's a fair trade-off.
That seems nice.
Especially because, like, when you play Tekken, SF Cross Tekken, dude, that thing hit after everything because he ran forward instead of just kicking right away. So, you know, they probably saw that and was like, it's fine if we just let it connect after everything.
So it sounds like she has a better wake-up game, better combos, better mid-range game.
Yeah, I mean, I know that there was a lot
of good stuff.
I remember there was a lot of things that were changed before. I don't know if these were reverted that made it so that she could do link combos easier. I don't know if these were reverted because I remember the expert Juri player in Japan just like blowing everybody up at the first Japanese location test and saying that this was too easy to use her, and he just left like because he got bored because he was winning too easily.
Right.
So I don't know if they took away some of that stuff, but I mean, crouching
be
medium
really
kick,
good.
start up faster. I think that was the main thing. So now I think she can do low short, low forward a lot easier, or something like that, or low jab, low forward easier. I can't remember which one it was. So.
Oh, okay. So yeah, crouching medium kick. Yeah, let's see what's +5. +5. Crouching jab.
Yeah. So
crouching short. Excuse me.
Yeah. So crouching short, crouch forward used to be a 1-frame link. Now it's a 2-frame link.
Got it.
So there you go.
No, it didn't work. It was +5, and crouching medium kick was a 6-frame startup.
I'm looking at the wrong one.
So you're looking at short. Yeah. So now she'll be able to do crouching short, hit confirm, and do crouching medium kick, etc.
Yeah. Okay.
That sounds pretty
Which
good.
is actually really good.
Sounds pretty good. All right, so she definitely sounds like she's better. Let's talk about Ken. His walk speed is increased. Close standing medium kick hitbox now hits crouching people more consistently.
This is the same thing that they did with Akuma. I think they have the same. They have the same close up medium kick.
Yeah, right.
Welgar's again. He talked a lot about that. So he did say you can do like low short and a stand forward. It's like if you do too many low shorts, it pushes him too far. But low jabs still work. So what Kim said about any one button pushing you away actually applied to low short, not to low jabs.
I see. Okay. Crouching roundhouse starts up 1 frame faster. It's now 7-frame startup.
Which is really good, which lets him combo stand jab into sweep.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Let me just
Yeah.
verify that. Yeah, it still works.
So thunder kick, which I believe is the overhead kick. The disadvantage after hit. Now it's even.
Yeah, that's toward roundhouse.
Yeah, it's even.
Or toward medium, rather.
It's towards medium. That's step kick.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Towards roundhouse.
It is towards roundhouse. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, towards roundhouse is now even on hit. It used to be -1 on hit, which is kind of strange.
Well, that means that Geef can't just crouch under him constantly. He used to be able to Ultra 1 punish that overhead.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Still works for Cody.
Yeah.
Deal with that.
All of the Hadoukens, well, not counting EX, have damage increased, but EX Hadouken was increased as well.
They're all 10 damage more.
Yeah. So interesting. Medium Shoryuken, the first hit now launches the opponent. There was a couple of significant places where this changed something. I can't remember what it was now.
What does it mean by launch? Like, does that just mean blows you vertically higher?
No, it just puts you into the air. The first hit of medium uppercut didn't put you into the air before.
That's right. It would whiff
ground
sometimes.
and then it would be ground and then air, and then the second hit would pop you up into the air.
Right.
Now the first is going to pop you up in the air, and I'm sure the second hit will juggle now.
Right.
So he'll get 2 hits. But there was something, like some stuff that I remember people were talking about being able to use it for FADCs and stuff like that. I can't remember now the situations, but there definitely was more to it than just, being the HDR treatment. Basically, that's what it's getting right now is the HDR treatment.
Right, so it won't whiff and then
right.
knock the opponent down.
Yeah.
Fierce Dragon Punch can only focus cancel on the first hit when blocked, or first or second when it hits. So you can't wait until third hit.
Right. Well, I don't think you could ever do it on the third hit before, but it's just...
you could.
Could you do it on the third hit?
I'm pretty sure about that.
I thought he was airborne on the third hit, wasn't he?
I'm not 100%.
Maybe you're right.
I'm sure somebody in the chat knows.
Okay, yeah. But in any case, you can't do uppercut, hit confirm, FADC anymore. That's the main thing. Because on block, if you don't FADC the first hit, you're done.
Right, you just have to do it.
Yeah. So.
EX Tattoo, the trajectories change when used on the way up. Interested to see what it looks like.
You can't run away as well now.
Yeah, very, very possible.
Yep, Shinryuken damage for the increase for the non-animated version. He gets 60 more damage from 330 to 390, so he gets a little bit more off of uppercut FADC, which I think is a little more fair, again, because just like with Fei Long, the hit confirm is not as easy, so you're rewarded a little bit more for it, right? So.
By the way, it was the second hit that you had to focus before. You could not do third hit.
Yeah. I think that was only Akuma. So.
Yeah. Okay.
So the ultra spin kick, forward movement during the first few frames of the attack increased. So I guess you can do stand jab into ultra at farther ranges. Or
maybe it's supposed to be used more for anti-fireball stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because it's really not very good at that. It's too slow and it doesn't move fast enough.
You're right.
So maybe it'll be more useful for that. That'd be cool for him. If so, I don't know what it looks like, obviously, but that would be nice.
And then, of course, the -5 on uppercut FADC. So
right, on all regular dragon punches.
Yeah, so one of the things that they gave Ken and then took away was a better step kick. Yeah, they took that away, and I know NGL Chris was very sad about that. But, dude, stand jab and the sweep, that was the change that I saw Chris taking advantage of the most when he was playing the beta version. He was just like, low jab, because before it was low jab, stand jab, low forward, EX Hurricane, put yourself in a dumb mix-up.
Yeah.
Now it's low jab, stand jab, low roundhouse, puts you in a bad mix-up.
Right.
So it's way better for him. His hit confirms off of a low short are going to be way more powerful on standing opponents.
And it's only -6 on block. Okay, so it's a fast sweep that's comboable. It is pretty tough to punish. Most characters are not going to be able to punish it. That sounds really good.
Yeah.
That sounds really, really good.
I'm curious how that jumping EX Tatsu on the way up is going to affect that one uppercut FADC jump EX Hurricane into Shinryuken combo. I'm really curious to see how that's going to get affected.
I do not know. Yeah. But yeah, he sounds like he's more offensive, which is cool.
Yeah, he sounds fun, actually.
Does sound more fun, yeah.
He sounds really cool. So, Makoto, interestingly enough, forward throw, the one that caused the stun and didn't do the knockdown, they increased the throw range on it. So, as a result, they nerfed the back throw.
I think that's cool.
Yeah, I actually kind of do think it's cool.
I
actually kind of do think it's cool. So, yeah. Standing hard punch, hit stun increased on crouching opponents. I guess it was different when they were standing or crouching. Probably a bug. Crouching heavy kick stun damage doubled from 100 to 200, which I think is fair because that move is...
You don't use that one too often.
You don't use it too... And I still remember in Third Strike, when you hit people with that move, you felt good.
It was a pretty beefy move.
Yeah. So I think in this game, like, if you can hit people with it now, you'll feel good about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was a hard move to land on people. Jumping medium kick now crosses up better because
that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
All of the Karaksas have increased recovery time when missed.
4 frames.
Bad before though.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't like Hakan or something. But
I mean, because in third strike, if you're used to Makoto third strike, you remember trying to grab people with Karaksa and then parrying their neutral jump attack. Because she recovered so fast in third strike.
So it's 60 frames recovery, I guess, on the EX, and on the other ones it's 64, I guess.
So
it's pretty significant.
Yep.
Yeah, Q could jump away from a Karakusa, and then she would be ready to parry anything he had by the time he could attack her.
Yeah, that was most characters, dude. So like
major eye rolling.
So already Makoto's are already sad that it's so long delay, and they added 4 more frames.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that.
Yeah, but
anyway, EX uppercut can now hit standing opponents.
Grounded opponents, basically.
Grounded opponents. Well, standing, probably not crouching.
Oh, did they change that? Because it worked on crouching opponents in the betas,
It says standing.
Interesting.
It's specifically standing.
Yeah.
So, okay, it's jump cancelable. Damage it's less, 80 rather than 120.
Right, which is
stun
fair.
is less,
which
100
is
rather than 200. Yeah,
because
extra
now it
options.
Useful in the ground combos.
For sure. Light axe kick, disadvantage after block increased by 1 frame.
Same thing with the medium one.
Seichus and Godanzuki damage decreased. 440 rather than 480. And Ultra 2 projectile invincibility added.
Right. I think it could hit projectiles on the way to the wall and stuff like that. And even when it dove, I think it could hit fireballs really easily. Yeah. So if it's more invincible now, it's going to be way better against projectiles.
That sucks because when I used Dalsum against Makoto, Ultra 2 was already super good to beat his projectiles. So.
Yeah, well, Gouken won't be able to throw diagonal ones too, probably.
Enough. So she has. I mean, it's a cool set of changes. She should be more damaging. She should be a little bit scarier. The cross up is definitely a danger now because I'm foreseeing like jumping from a particular spot. If axe kick, then combo into DS, or if she just keeps going, cross a medium kick into whatever. So she has better mix-ups. That sounds really, really good. And she is a good character already. She's not, I don't think she's top tier, but she's a good character.
Yeah.
Very explosive, and they're increasing the explosiveness.
Yeah, it's really interesting because there's a lot of characters that were not getting much play until right in the end.
Yeah.
You know, Makoto being one of them with Haitani all of a sudden doing really well. Of course, we talked about Evil Ryu. We'll get to Oni. Oni is another big one.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So, okay, let's move on to Bison, the Dictator.
He's actually a character I might pick up in this game.
Oh, cool, cool.
I'm really considering it.
So, Standing Strong starts up 2 frames faster, 6 frames rather than 8. And it's also cancelable, which means that you can hit confirm into far stand strong into scissors.
Really sick, actually.
I think that's really cool.
I love that change so much.
I think that's really cool. Yeah. You can not have charge at the start of a combo and end up having a scissors combo in way more situations.
On most characters, pretty beefy too. It's like low jab, stand short, low strong, stand strong. It's not like short scissor kick like before. And what a lot of people don't think about too is that standing strong combos into roundhouse scissor kick, whereas low short did not.
Right.
So low short was always short scissor kick. You push them a small distance. Now strong into roundhouse scissor kick not only does more damage, pushes them further, and since you go further, you stay closer to them. So it's actually a lot bigger buff than people give it credit for.
I definitely agree with that. Crouching Fierce starts up faster, 10 rather than 12 frames. Anti-air use, presumably. Hell Attack. Follow-up attacks now combo once this connects. What's Hell Attack?
Hell Attack is the is head
Stompy Stomp,
isn't it? Because the thing is, I just know him as Head Stomp and Devil's Reverse, right? So
Stompy Stomp.
Stompy Stomp? Okay.
Let's see. What's Hell Attack? During
jump strong. Yeah. Okay, that's right. Now you can do strong. So before you could do jump strong once, land, fierce them out of the air. Now I think you can do strong, fierce them out of the air. I think it sets them up for a free juggle now, basically. So strong will give you an extra hit, which is kind of fun because before you could do like jump strong once, land, stand fierce into Psycho Crusher, and then they would land into the legs of it and block their own. So now you could probably do it after strong. You might be able to do strong to like stand roundhouse now.
Right.
There's a lot of really interesting because like you could probably do strong, stand strong, cancel like into a short scissor kick and land near them or something. I don't know. A
lot of interesting little theories there.
I'm actually really interested.
You seem pretty interested. Yeah. His
teleport. I studied him a little bit. So.
Okay. His teleport's a little bit worse. 47 frames rather than
Yeah.
42. I don't think that's a big deal.
Right.
Here's a big one that got a lot of press. Light scissor kicks is now -1 on block rather than 0. Does 10 more damage.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
So if there was a change to Bison a long time ago that made it so that short scissor kick had more pushback. Had that change not occurred, this would be a bigger problem. But the fact is that after you do a short scissor kick, you're usually far away enough that being -1 isn't as painful. You will still roundhouse kick them in the head if they try to low short you or something like that. You know what I mean? Or scissor kick into scissor kick will still be counter pokes with low moves and stuff like that. When I was playing it at the beta, I didn't feel it.
Okay.
It felt mostly the same to me. So.
I don't. If you space your short scissor kick, I don't think Gief's gonna get Ultra 1 on you.
Yeah.
Right. I think you're too far away.
Yeah. Exactly.
And in Cross Tekken, it was worse than that. I think it was -2.
Yeah.
And it was still really useful.
Yeah. I mean, we tested it too. Like I did max range stand strong at a short scissor kick against a cornered Zangief, and I ended up like almost more than halfway across the screen. It was really weird looking. Because that was one of the things that Kim wanted me to test.
Yeah.
So I did stand strong, short scissor kick, and I was like, I wonder how close he's going to end up. And he just like...
Really?
He was so far gone. So I was like, interesting.
Okay. All right.
Because I remember when I was testing, we were like, let's see if this works. And I did scissor kick, and no one did anything. We're like, it's not going to work.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So,
okay. All right. More damage on the other scissor kicks by, I think, just 10.
Yeah,
10.
Which, like I said, which is good because stand strong combos into him now, so...
EX scissor kicks. Projectile invincibility extended from 12 frames to 19 frames.
That's pretty good.
That is a long time.
That is pretty good. What's its startup?
That's what I'm looking at right now. Yeah. It's 13 frames startup. 13 frames.
Dang!
So that covers all of its active frames, actually, except for one.
How many active frames is the first hit?
2.
So, oh shoot. So yeah, so it's invincible all the way until the end of when it's...
It's 2, then 1, then 4. So he'll be covered by invincibility all the way up until the very last active frame.
Wow.
The 4th of the second hitting. Damn. Yeah, that's really good.
Dude,
so he'll be able to get through a lot of projectiles. It's not like he's gonna get... He's not gonna hit you and then like get hit by the projectile. You know, that shouldn't happen quite as often.
That's gonna be really good. And it's gonna be fast enough that you can react to Guile Sonic Boom and
13 frames.
Hit him with it. So
and I mean, keep in mind, it's not like you have to do EX hand or whatever with Dragon Punch motion. Right. It's just toward punches.
Yeah. And I like Solution 9 suggestion. Scissor kicks should now be called kicky kicks.
I do call them kicky kicks sometimes.
Do you really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Nice.
If I don't know what a move is called, that's what I do. I just stompy stomp or whatever.
So like when Dr. Doom does the up super, is it uppy up?
Sometimes I have said that.
Have you really? Oh,
yes.
Nice.
Let's see. Head press starts up faster, 20 frames rather than 22. EX Devil's Reverse comes down from the sky faster.
Yeah.
Okay, I could see that being actually kind of useful. As a getaway attempt, at least.
So all the non-EX Psycho Crushers gain an ability to juggle.
Oh, wow. So could you do Jump Strong, Stand Fierce, Psycho?
No, because the Fierce will reset them to land on their feet.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't knock down anymore, right? So,
but maybe you could just do Jump Strong, Psycho?
Yeah, you should be able to do that, for sure. So that actually would be...
Does that already work? Jump Strong, Psycho?
Only Jump Strong once.
Yeah, Jump Strong, once Psycho.
You could do Jump Strong EX Psycho and get one hit juggle. Now, I think you can just do regular Psycho. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
So that probably would actually be the best follow-up. But then you could switch between that and the weird cancel shenanigans. And
you are going to have a good time. EX Psycho does less damage, though. 15 less damage.
On the second hit, right.
On the second hit. Yep. Psycho Punisher, damage reduced 420 rather than 450. And the charge time is reduced 40 frames rather than 55. So that's Ultra 2. And it is ostensibly an anti-projectile Ultra. But it still has 22 frames of startup.
Right.
It's still pretty not great.
Yeah, but now the nice thing about it is you can walk up and crouch and get there faster.
That's true.
So the opponent really has... And not only that, you will be able to hide it in stand roundhouses and stuff like that a lot better.
Okay.
Walk up, stand roundhouse, crouch block. Like, let's say they block your stand roundhouse and they counter with a fireball. You may be charged enough to do an Ultra 2 at that point.
Let's see, 9. So stand roundhouse is a total of 25 frames. So then if you see a 15 frame something coming out and it's still punishable, I guess you can do it. No, but then you still have 22 frames before it actually hits.
Yeah. So
it seems too slow to be useful, really, to me.
Okay.
So anyway, but in general, he seems like he's a better character. This -1 thing I think is overblown. I like the extra combo opportunities. I like the extra mix-up opportunities.
And like I said, the reason why I used him because I hated Vortex and he had 90 wake-ups. That's why I played him as a secondary, and so now he's just super fun. So I don't know. I might give him a shot. I think
you should. He sounds like he might be a good James character.
And also, he's a buttonsy character.
Yeah.
Walk up, hit roundhouse, walk up, hit forward, and that's my game. Yeah. With punishing Bison stand roundhouse and stand forward is very hard. Yeah. Very, very hard. So I think I might have fun with this character. So
yeah, you definitely like pressing buttons.
Yes.
Let's move on to Oni. Well, I don't even know if I can fit all these buffs on my screen at once. Oh, I can, just barely. Oni sweep starts up faster, 8 frames rather than 9. Right. It also recovers by 1 frame faster. Toward medium kick comes out faster. Startup is now 11 frames.
Yeah. Focus attack.
Hitbox extended. It was not one of the shorter focus attacks. It's pretty much middle of the road. Maybe even on the higher side of that. So it's going to be a good range focus attack. Light fireball recovers 2 frames faster. Well, all of his fireballs, all of his regular fireballs recover 2 frames faster. So that's cool because they all had quite a bit of recovery on them.
The light demon slash, I think is the nickname that we give it. Demon slash recovery went from -7 to -6, so it's a little safer. Medium one went from -6 to -4, but I guess there was an invincibility frame on it before.
I did not even. Oh yeah, one full invincibility frame on the medium.
On startup?
That's what it says.
That must have just been a glitch or something. I mean, that makes no...
Okay, back with totally the last segment of the show. I totally swear. It's really going to be. We'll see. So we're trying to round out the Ultra Street Fighter 4 change list. We're now down to Rufus, so there aren't that many characters left.
Yep.
Rufus.
Forward throw, nerf from 150 135, huge, because his game all completely relied on dive, kick, or throw, right? I mean, that was a huge part of his game.
Are you being sarcastic?
No.
Oh, okay, because it sounded like it, but that's totally true.
It's a huge nerf. Yeah, no, it is. But he is gaining a lot of really cool things.
Yeah.
Far standing middle punch, now special cancelable. So low jab, low jab, low jab into stand strong, which was the end of their combo all the time before. Now we'll be able to combo into EX Galactic Tornado.
Right, yeah, you can do max range crouching medium kick into EX spin, so presumably stand strong would be the same thing.
Yeah. But I mean, stand strong was linkable, so from low jab, which is the big thing. So
yeah, definitely.
Far standing medium kick is active longer. I guess so. It's a better footsie game. I guess did it really only have one active frame before?
That seems weird.
Because it says 1 to 2. Because
Yeah.
if it only had one active frame, that is probably why it sucked so badly in this game, but worked so good in Cross Tekken.
That could be it actually. Yeah.
It doesn't sound like much, but it's a big difference. It's a big
it was
difference.
just one.
Yeah.
How about that?
That's ridiculous. So his target combo on the disadvantage on block was increased. So it used to be -5, now it's -8, so you could react to him failing short roundhouse and punish him better. Which, okay, sure.
I don't know why they would do that, but
well,
okay.
I saw Rufus get away with that a lot, though. Like
Yeah,
short roundhouse,
I guess.
But
just, I don't know.
it just didn't happen that much. So
Yeah.
most Rufuses would do short roundhouse to hit confirm. So second hit of EX Messiah adjusted to hit crouching opponents more consistently.
So it shouldn't go over people quite as often.
Exactly. So that's going to be huge.
Yeah. It goes over weird characters. It goes over Seth. It's like...
Yeah, we saw that at the PandaxGaming stuff.
Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah, no, that's huge. I mean, Justin would always say, like, I'm totally down for anything as long as you make it blah, 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 right? So as long as you make it not go over people, so.
Right.
The invincibility was reduced, though, so from 16 to 13.
Which means that it just covers the active frames or just a little bit more? Let me see. It's like 11 or 13 frame startup. EX Messiah. 11 frame startup. Okay, so it still has 2 more invincibility frames after startup.
Mm-hmm. Now, interestingly enough, they decided to make it so that the light Messiah kick can now juggle.
So I see this being used maybe in jump roundhouse into light Messiah. Maybe you do that rather than snakes.
I wonder if you could do something like standing roundhouse into light Messiah kick if it'll come out fast enough.
Yeah, that would be the question probably. I don't know. Well, I guess I can check.
But see, here's the interesting thing: the follow up. So the flash kick follow up.
Yeah.
Had 1 frame of juggle. So before, like, if you hit someone with the EX Messiah in the middle of it, and then you would be able to land and juggle with that FADC into Ultra, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if light Messiah kick, if you juggle with it, does that eat the juggle of the flash kick? If not, then in those situations where you can land the juggle, you'd be able to do flash kick FADC Ultra.
Yeah, that would be really... If you could do, like, jump roundhouse... short Messiah for both hits, FADC Ultra, that would be really good.
Yeah, it would be nice. It'd be nice.
More damage.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'd be interested to see because it doesn't say what juggle potential they gave it.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. Okay.
So,
the medium follow up recovery is increased by 3 frames. Roundhouse follow up 2 frames less safe as well. That means that
they're all punishable.
They're all punishable.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All 3 of them are going to be punishable now.
The medium one is currently 0, and so it's going to be -2. -3. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And the heavy one should be -3 now too.
Also correct.
So yeah, I guess as a punishment for the EX Messiah no longer going over people, if it gets blocked, now he has to be a lot more careful.
I don't like that change.
Yeah, I mean Ken's going to be able to fierce uppercut everything the second one. So as a Rufus player now, the real mix-up comes down to EX Messiah, no follow-up.
Right.
Late flash kick.
Right.
That's the mix-up.
I think that's too bad because I liked that Rufus had this weird wake-up game that nobody else did. It's kind of the same thing as Oni. I feel like it's being
I see what you're saying.
Homogenized a little bit more.
Yeah, I think one of them should have been left a little bit safe. Like whichever was the slower one should have been left safe. I think. So, okay. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Spectacle Romance. So hitbox on the second attack instead. Who cares? Nobody landed the super. Yeah, nobody landed the super anyway. So Space Opera Symphony damage was reduced. So Ultra 1 damage reduced. And Big Bang Typhoon, which is Ultra 2, damage reduced severely.
By 60.
From 420 to 360. But it now hits fully anti-air now. So.
That's really good. If you weren't around or don't remember Ricky using Ultra 2 in Super, he would look for people to specifically jump away
Dude, he snackish specialed him.
That's exactly what it was.
Daigo. Yeah, he did
exactly
focus dash forward snackish special.
Exactly. So I'm definitely looking for that to get to come back.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so
I mean, I think he's going to be a better character.
It seems overall like he should be.
Yeah, I think the far medium punch cancelability.
Yeah, that's nice.
And they also took away the dive kick nerf that was in a previous one, and EX Messiah not going over anybody because it was really frustrating that anyone could walk up to you in low short and there was just like nothing you could do. So we don't have to worry about that.
Better wake up, better combos, better mid range with that stand medium punch, stand medium kick as well, and then the Ultra 2 to catch jumpers.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be better.
So Ryu, crouching medium kick, they made it better now. Well, decreased disadvantage on block.
It's now -2 rather than -3.
Yeah, so I think it causes one more frame of block stun, so low forward fireball is more of a true block string now.
Okay.
If I remember, it wasn't that it recovers faster,
okay.
It's that it causes more block stun.
Gotcha.
Right, so now low forward fireball is a better block string at longer distances. It's at the furthest distance you can still go through it. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
So jump forward, back middle punch can be canceled in the air Tatsumaki, and the air Tatsumaki has crazy juggles. So they,
I like how this is phrased. Air hurricane will always combo after jumping strong.
So what I think they tried to do was give it 2 juggle potentials, so that if you did 1 hit into spin kick, it would hit, or if you did 2 hits, it would hit. But unfortunately, they gave it the 2 juggle the entire time. So according to Kim, uppercut, FADC, jump strong, and the hurricane hits twice.
Right.
And they didn't reduce the damage on it.
Right.
So it was just like pow, pow. So uppercut, FADC, jump strong, hurricane did like 300 and some odd damage.
Right.
Right.
That's big. You don't have to use ultra.
Yeah. And they're going to change that.
Probably.
Don't even think that that's good. I haven't heard anything. I'm going to be 100% honest. I heard nothing, but it's not staying. There's no way. I've always said if Ryu can get uppercut FADC into 300 and some damage, then put Kami's uppercut back to 150. So, but EX Air Tatsumaki has a better vacuum effect, so it'll hit more consistently.
That's cool.
Light medium Shoryuken disadvantage. Okay, so it's the -5 thing again. Metsu Shoryuken, so the Ultra 2 has better invincibility, and now EX uppercut FADC will combo into Ultra 2.
So that's not quite as useless as it sounds, because EX uppercut is the one that does not have the nerf on Dragon Punch FADC to ward. Right. So if you want, I mean, if you want to be safe about your Dragon Punch FADC in the Ultra, you're already going to be doing the EX Dragon Punch. So I think that this actually does make Ultra 2 a little bit more viable. I don't know why you would. It depends on how it works as an anti-air.
Right.
If it's a better anti-air, then I could totally see people using it. But otherwise, no.
In terms of a system change, this means EX FADC first hit causes a free juggle, which means you should be able to do stuff like EX uppercut, FADC crouch fierce.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Yeah. So he may have some more interesting combo possibilities as well. Like, I can imagine in the middle screen, EX uppercut, FADC, low fierce into hurricane, land on different sides or stuff like that. You know what I mean? Or even crouch fierce into fireball, force them to land into a fireball. Kind of little interesting things like that if you don't happen to have an ultra stocked. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I think that sounds kind of cool. So he has a little bit better crouching medium kick fireball, more damage in the jump strong business that I think you're probably right will probably get nerfed, but it's I mean, regardless, it's going to be more damage than he currently has. So that's cool. Maybe more useful EX Ultra 2.
Yeah. So
you know,
I don't know.
A little bit of changes here and there. Worse on Dragon Punch, regular Dragon Punch FADC like most other characters.
Yeah. So I mean, I hope they fix the uppercut, the jump strong into hurricane thing. I know it's a fun thing to try to put in the game, but I hope they tweak it so it's not. Because if I'm not mistaken, the first hit of jump strong caused a free juggle, and the second hit then only counted as didn't necessarily count as it counted as it was a weird way to do, because I remember Madge doing weird combos with one hit jump strongs all day. So, yeah.
Well, you know, to do regular Dragon Punch FADC towards going to be a risk.
Yeah.
And you can't do Dragon Punch backwards jump strong.
Yeah,
I tried that to see whether it would work. It looks like it has no chance of working.
Right.
So, you know, to get more damage out of Dragon Punch FADC's award without Ultra, I think is fine. But getting as much as he does is...
Right. So here's an interesting one. EX uppercut backwards FADC might combo into Roundhouse Hurricane.
Yeah,
it could. If it's a free jungle. So, okay.
It could. Okay, let's move on to Sagat. Close standing short. Second hit is cancelable.
So not far short.
Not far short.
Only close up. So
Yeah.
if he gets closer and he hits you with a short, he can just tiger.
Huh. Wasn't it far short originally?
Yeah, you used to be able to do far short in vanilla.
I mean, earlier in the balancing.
Yes. I think it was, and I think they only changed it to close one.
Okay, so it's just close. All right, so he still has that bad range. He still sucks at. Okay.
Except Tiger Knee EX Tiger Knee is now 0 instead of -1.
That makes me mad.
Because that was a Zangief punish.
That was... Yeah, the characters that matters for are the 720 command grab characters.
The characters that he blows up.
The characters he blows up!
Yep.
Why can't I just prevent somebody from doing EX Tiger Knee? Because if I get hit by EX Tiger Knee as Geef, I am the other side of the screen.
Yeah, and you have to eat a meaty fireball.
And a meaty fireball, and now I'm going to take damage on the way in because that's how that matchup works. So, I don't know why that's safe. Why can't I punish that?
I have no idea.
I'm not sure.
But the regular Tiger Knee, the first hit will stand the opponent, so it won't go Tiger and then miss the second hit.
Right.
So, yeah. But 0 now on EX Tiger Knee.
And that's, again, I mean, it's a change that matters to nobody except for characters that he beats.
Right.
So
now, I know that Tiger Destruction, Ultra 1, no longer crosses under when in the corner. And also, so I think that was solved by the second thing, which is distance travel decreased, right? Damage decreased against airborne opponents. The interesting thing about it is, though, I think he said that before you could do uppercut FADC back into Ultra 1.
Yeah.
And I think Kim said that you have to be almost absolutely point blank for it to work now, that the distance is decreased.
You know, sometimes already the second part of Ultra 1 would drop.
Right. And I think it's going to happen a lot more.
It sounds like it will.
Which is fine because then...
But he could be unsafe on hit sometimes. Like, it could drop and be punishable.
You can't quick rise, right?
No, I know, but he's still, like, you get dropped out before he even starts the...
I see what you're saying.
The final, jump into the air, so you could punish him. So I wonder if that situation will come up more often.
Yeah, I mean, basically, the less amount of characters that can uppercut back into Ultra, the better... Except leave Cammy, because, you know, she deserves it, so.
Tiger Cannon, Ultra 2, hits opponents more times when used in a combo against airborne opponents, but damage is reduced against airborne opponents.
I don't know how they did that. That's a really weird... That's another one of those, like, magical fixes.
Yeah, I don't...
Like, they just made it so if there's a flag, if hit airborne opponent, do less damage.
Could be, and it's a significant... reduction, 384 to 309.
Yeah, especially when you're doing like full screen EX Tiger Shot into Ultra.
Yeah.
But I guess it hits more hits than it did before. So who knows? The damage might be the same.
I'm not sure. Could be.
Because before it missed a lot of hits, right? So.
And then Dragon Punch FADC toward
-5,
including Angry Scar version is -5.
Yeah. Okay. So Sagat was always solid character. He's gonna be probably a little better now because Ultra 1 connects in the corner. He'll keep you in the corner on that situation now.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good.
And then, of course, EX Tiger Knee.
Matters to, again, nobody but characters that he beats. And, you know, close standing short being cancelable is nice, but that's already a range where he has... I mean, okay, I guess he'll be able to do a little bit more from that range, but he won't be quite as screwed.
Right,
but
right.
I don't know. He sounds like he's going to be slightly better. Like, I don't think he's going to get a lot better, but, like, slightly better.
Yeah. I think, which is good. I like that.
It's cool with me.
Yeah.
Hans, who's at Capcom, plays Sagat. That's his character.
Oh, yeah,
so.
that's right.
Looking for some good balancing there.
Okay, so Sakura, far-standing medium punch, has a better hitbox, so it goes all the way extends to the end of her fist.
Okay.
Forward, backward jumping hard punch, hurt box extended under her hands, so that enemies can anti-air her more consistently. Thank you.
Nice.
I mean, Combo Fiend literally said when he saw the hitbox for it, he was like, that has to be a bug. Like, nobody could have done that on purpose. Like, he was that certain. That's how blatantly broken it was. So.
I mean, I've seen it. It's crazy looking. Yeah.
So, light, medium, heavy, and EX Hurricane trajectory of the attack when used on the way up, so she can't do the runaway hurricane anymore. The EX Shimpukak is no longer +4, it's only +2, so there are no true block strings. Yeah, so
take some risk.
Before that, into low short, into low jab, there's nothing you could do. There's literally nothing you can do, but now you can at least uppercut her in between, or if she does it, you could even like ultra her with Zangief or something like that, you know.
Well, it's still gonna be +2, so if I think she's gonna stay on the ground, then yeah.
So, but also the hitbox has been increased to hit crouching opponents more consistently, because it used to go over people randomly and cross them up in weird ways, and
that's fine
stuff. So all the uppercuts, hitbox extended to hit from further away.
That seems weird.
It's really good, right?
Because it's already pretty good.
Yeah, I know. She runs forward.
Max range crouch medium kick DP already works.
Right.
So I don't know what this is supposed to solve. You know?
Yeah,
what do you think?
I have no idea. But EX Sakura Otoshi, the bop 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 move is faster startup from 14 to 11. And her Shinku Hadouken, which used to hit people above her head really well, better than THawk's anti-air ultra.
That's true.
Has now been nerfed, so it doesn't do that anymore.
That's cool. So okay, she can't jump in quite as stupidly. She has a little bit better footsie normal. Not quite as safe in pressure, but she hits people more consistently. I mean, I think these are fine changes. Like, I think they're intelligent changes too, because she's not getting that much worse, which is good. She shouldn't be getting that much worse. Just some slight changes, and they solved a couple of her other problems, even as they. Yeah, I mean, I think it's nice.
She has the same Cammy situation, right? She gained a lot from Vortex/Unblockables.
Yeah,
and if you take all that away, she's not going to be as good of a character. So if you nerf her a bunch, she's going to be terrible.
Right.
Although, the one nerf that I keep saying the Combo Fiend that I really, really want, which is Fierce Uppercut into Ultra in the corner.
Not work.
I don't want it to work, but it still does.
Yeah.
It
sounds like, in fact, it'll be better because Fierce DP will hit from farther away.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Like, there's just something about that, being able to hit confirm, like do that option select with low forward and a Fierce Uppercut, and I hit you, now I get to hit you with Ultra. It's like, it's for no meter. No meter.
I agree. I think it's stupid.
Yeah, but I always said just give her 2 more frames of recovery on her Fierce Uppercut. Not going to change anything except that.
Okay, all right. Let's move on to Seth. Before we get to him, I just want to mention that in an interview, Combo Fiend said that Seth is the character that they're working on the most. So he's changing all the time.
Oh, really?
Said it's been really tough to balance him, which makes sense because he has every option. How do you balance that?
Dude, I've always said, man, 0 stun on SPD. 0 stun on SPD. So you can sit there and eat SPDs all day and not worry.
Well, you'll die.
Yeah, you'll die. But before, when he stunned you, now you had to touch buttons.
Yeah.
So then he would hit you. And then if he stunned you with the SPD, not only did he stun you with the SPD, then he got way huge damage off of it. So if you just make regular SPD never stun.
I guess they're still figuring it out. But in the meantime, the wall jump has slightly less travel time, distance rather. Far standing Fierce is now -5 rather than -11. That's cool. That's on hit.
Huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
And disadvantage on block is -8 rather than -15. So, yeah, I mean, that was terrible. Like, Hakan could literally block Stand Fierce from Stand Fierce's max range and punish with slide regardless.
Regular slide? Not even EX slide? Holy
EX slide
crap.
is not any faster.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really weird. So that's fine. For him to have a little bit more space control on the ground, I think that's cool. Jumping medium kick is now the one that crosses up rather than jump roundhouse.
Yeah, which I think is fair. Because before it was only short. They got rid of both cross. They got rid of roundhouse cross up and only left short.
I think that's nice because jumping roundhouse cross up meant that the follow up was guaranteed.
Right.
Because you were still in block stun, so you had to take the crouching short or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But now that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah, it was terrible.
There's a mix up there.
It was terrible before when it was only short, because then his cross up was almost worthless. Right. So it's better that they at least kept it medium kick. So
yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Yosokyak, is that just the kicks?
Head stomps.
Head stomps. Okay. Yeah, active longer. Okay.
Active longer. The dive kick hurt box is increased slightly, so I guess you can hit it better.
That's fine. I mean, people could already anti-air it. Its use is as a media attack and an angle changer.
So, and then the medium 100 kicks, the stun has been reduced.
Nice.
but from 150 to 100. Heavy one, stun reduced from 200 to 150.
It was 200? Come on.
That's a lot, yeah.
Stun reduced on all SPDs from 200, also a lot, to 150.